Hello everyone, my name is Ark and welcome back to another Street Fighter figure review. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the recently released Cammy from Street Fighter 2 specifically, in pretty much her most iconic outfit to date. So, this is a JadaToys figure. As we all know, they're the ones that are currently recreating and creating all the current Street Fighter affordable figures, which is really nice. So, without further ado, let's take this girl out and see how she looks. Alright, so here we have Cammy from Street Fighter 2, and I gotta say, she looks really darn good. There are a couple of issues that I already have with her in terms of like the whole like way that she actually looks, but overall I like it. I think the proportions look really nice. The paint job looks astronomical. So here is how she compares with the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Chun-Li that was available through the JadaToys website. So yeah, I think, I don't know if they're up to scale. I don't remember Cammy being this short, but I guess she is. So yeah, overall I think she looks really nice. I think the silhouette works so well. Like if this was just completely blacked out as a silhouette, I think it would work so well in terms of like recognizing who the character is. I think the proportions are amazing. The legs compared to everything else in the torso and all that stuff, the arms, everything looks really well done. And this is one of like the only currently available Cammy figures in the market as of right now. So I'm glad that they did a really good job with it. So yeah, in terms of the articulation, we do have a ball peg in the neck that allows you to not look down at all whatsoever, which kind of does suck. Looking up is actually very well done. Actually, before moving on there, I do have an issue with the face, and I think that's the actual lips. I think the lips should have been closed rather than having kind of like that open section. Besides that, the paint job again is beautifully done, the markings and everything. This seems to be a current issue where there is like a crack going around the actual bodysuit, and it's only visible in the bodysuit, nowhere else to be seen. So it's definitely a weird thing that seems to be happening. It seems to be the exact same sort of pattern in every single one. So if you have this figure, let me know if that's the same case for you. But I did also notice, just kind of like an up close look, the abs are not painted straight on mine, so that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, besides that, the head sort of swivels side to side, of course, and pivots to the sides very well. It does have a ball peg. That's a really small ball peg, so it works well enough. And no looking down kind of sucks though. For the arms, she does have sort of the same shoulders as the Chun-Li. They're a little tight right now. She can get a pretty good T-pose. She can rotate her arms as well if you wanted to. No butterfly joints, which is kind of a bummer. But for a $25 figure is more than sufficient. Bicep swivels. Little hair strand swivels, of course, if you wanted to use these and put them in different poses when you're fighting. Double jointed elbow, which, God, these are stiff. Okay, there you go. Very nice. And there is no forearm swivel, which kind of sucks, but there is a hinge swivel right here for the wrist, hinge wrist. For the torso, very good articulation going downward, very nice. Like ab crunch is really good, back crunch is amazing. That is really good, holy hell. Very good articulation for this figure. Slight gap right here, they definitely could have filled that in, but probably not given that much of range forward if that was the case. So Getting some gaps, I'm fine with, because the amount of range that you can get with this torso is absolutely ludicrous. Holy hell, this works like, it is amazing. Is this probably, no, this is probably some of the best torso articulation that I've seen on a figure. What about Chun-Li? Was she like that? Oh yeah, Chun-Li was exactly like that. A little bit less, but works the same way. Okay, I forgot about that. Man, Yada really seems to have like a perfect recipe for that torso articulation. Very nice. And of course, you can rotate a little bit, swivel side to side, pivot back and forth, all that sort of good stuff. Legs, perfect splits for this figure, which is amazing. Going forward is about less than 90 degrees, which kind of sucks. You can definitely push it out if you wanted to, but it feels like it's gonna break. Going backwards, actually really nice. A little bit less than 90, of course. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee, and we have a boot swivel as well, which is really nice. Foot pivots forward and backwards, and a little bit of a swivel as well. So overall, great articulation in everything besides kicking forward and the head tilting. So yeah, I'm really liking it so far. I definitely can look past those two little faults, but it is a fighting game character that is supposed to kick around and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. Let's move on to the accessories before I actually give my final thoughts on this. So let's do that. Alright, so in terms of the accessories, there's not many, but for a $25 figure, I think it's more than acceptable, really. So first of all, we do have the face, the screaming face, or like the shouting face. This looks really nice. The hair is a little bit swooped to the side, and I think, yes, so you can swap out the actual hair pieces if you wanted to. Only if you wanted to, but I wouldn't really recommend it because the peg that they use for the hair is a little bit loose, and if you work it too much, it's just gonna flop around super easily after a while. So wouldn't really recommend it, but the printing on the face is really nice. The dot print that they use. Getting up close, you can definitely see like a little bit of imperfections here and there. It's not perfectly painted, but it is more accurate, so I really like it. Very well done here. I think this is a kicking effect. I don't remember exactly, but it looks like a kicking effect based on what it has, like for the sole of the feet or the foot. So very nicely done. And of course, two sort of karate chop hands. One actual karate chop, and then the other one kind of extended. So yeah, overall, I think, leading to my final thoughts, I think this figure is actually really good for $25. I think with JadaToys, taking into account the pricing is always a factor. They're giving you so much in terms of like, they're giving you such a really good figure for only $25, and they're killing it with this Street Fighter line. The Chun-Li was amazing. This Cammy is amazing. So as an overall factor, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Now the reason why I'm only giving her a 9 is, and deducting a point, is because the head articulation not really leaning forward and kicking that far is definitely an issue in my part. Because this is Cammy. She's known for fighting. She's a fighting game character. So that is the bigger issue there. Could you say that actually brings her down to an 8? Perhaps, but I think a 9 is still more than sufficient for the quality that you're getting for the price. The actual paint job is really good, with some imperfections here and there. The articulation, besides those two factors, is absolutely amazing, and honestly, I expected less. So yeah, and the accessories are a nice addition. Oh, like a sleeper. Jesus, are a nice addition because a lot of companies don't actually include accessories nowadays. So besides like just a set of hands, but yeah, absolutely amazing. Love it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think about this figure. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you gonna get it anytime soon? If you do like it, who knows? But besides that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.